You are alone. And you're not just alone today, but you've always been alone. And I hate to break it to you, but you probably will stay alone. And that's okay. It's okay to be alone. A little story about myself. Growing up, I was actually sent out to boarding school at the age of 12. That was the first time in my life where I had to learn how to live life on my own terms. I had to spend time with people that weren't really the nicest guys in the bunch. I got bullied. I liked stuff that isn't acceptable today. I loved anime. I was a weirdo. Sure, it's accepted now, but back then, not so much. Maybe you like certain video games or you still collect Yu-Gi-Oh cards and you're almost 30 years old. Who cares? Growing up, we're always told that we have to carry ourselves a certain way. There's a certain thing that society wants from us. We have to remain stoic. We can't express emotions. That's vulnerability. That's weakness. Maybe you're like me. Maybe you were the eldest of your siblings and all the weight fell on your shoulders. You had to set that right example. You were the one that had to make the right decisions. You were the one that had to take the heat for everything if stuff went wrong. You were the one that had to go to college. You had to live your life a certain way just so you can set that example for others. And we didn't have anybody to rely on ourselves. We always wish that, man, I wish I had that older brother or sister. I wish I had that uncle or somebody that I could just relate to. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not saying we didn't have our parents or our siblings or people that cared about us and loved us and were willing to sit down and listen to us, but we didn't have that person that we wanted to talk to. There were people available, but the person that we felt that, man, I wish I had a certain person around that would listen to me, we didn't have that. We get reliant. And, you learn this as a man growing up when you meet a woman and you feel like you start relying on her. You can put some emotional weight on her and have her as someone that you can speak with. It makes you feel that barrier, that sense of, I can't open myself up too much. And we have these issues, we have these detachment issues from a young age. And the only way that you're going to break through these issues is if you're just going to take the time to rewire yourself. You have to go through experiences in life. You have to accept what I call the lone wolf mindset. It's totally okay to be alone. It's totally okay to go to a concert yourself or to enjoy a hobby alone. We don't need to please others, especially based on what we see in social media. We see so many people that have this certain posse, or we're always fed this, notion of, oh, hustle with your bros, and you have this whole group of people and you see it online like a bunch of guys driving Lambos together. That might not be us. That might not be you. It's okay if you're that person that has to be at the top of the mountain alone. But you got to put yourself through situations that are going to help you build that. You got to go to the gym. You got to read. You got to correct the behavior that is holding you back in life. You have to overcome your own vices. No one is going to come and hold your hand in life. You realize this more and more as you get older. Men feel unsure of their place in society, especially since, now the role that men play, there was a time you look back and, the provider of the family, right? Roles have changed so much, and you look at so many different movements out there. You look at so many different things regarding, oh, an identity crisis of men, and stuff is just different now. It scares me sometimes to think about where technology is going to go, where society is going to go, and what type of areas we're going to have to experience and what we're going to have to live through. What are our kids going to go through? I think about it. Growing up, we had like different types of interactions that provided us that social substance, right? Maybe you played Xbox with your friends, or you were part of some type of sports team in school, and that's where you met people. And those people are not in your life anymore. They're gone. You've all grown up. You've all gone your own ways. Maybe somebody's working some great position in a job, and maybe somebody went on to become a millionaire, and you might compare your life to them a lot. And that's the problem, that comparison is the thief of joy. You can't compare your life to that person. You can go to therapy. There's nothing wrong with seeking therapy as a man. It's something that, I'm sad to admit that I pushed back far longer than needs to be done. And I'm still actually pushing it back. I never really went for therapy. I really wish I did a few years ago, But I guess what I can say is that I've learned to adjust a little bit as life goes along, and I've seen ways that I can meditate, I can be mindful, I can enjoy a quiet room, I can learn to embrace the silence, embrace the loneliness, develop that lone wolf mindset. That's how greatness is going to be attained on your end. That's how you're going to go ahead and create great experiences for yourself. That's how you're going to go and meet the woman that's going to make your life complete. That's how you're going to find the career that's going to provide you that fulfillment in life. I'm really glad that there's things out there like YouTube. There's so many people that you can look up to and listen to and feel like, man, I have a connection with this person. Have you ever watched a video and feel like, wow, I just connect with this person. I could listen to them talk all day. I think that's beautiful. I remember for myself growing up, I think Alpha M was that guy. I used to watch a lot of Alpha M, and that was the person that I felt like, wow, this guy has so many gems of knowledge that he's dropping, so many different life tips that he can give to like a quiet guy like myself. And I'm sure you all have that person as well, someone that you could listen to that can share their experiences in life. And that's what we need sometimes. We have to go against the tide. We have to go out there and find something different for ourselves. I want you to try that thing that you've been holding off on. You want to collect Yu-Gi-Oh cards up until you're 50 years old? Have at it. Just go live your life. Develop that lone wolf mindset. Learn to navigate the world like it's your oyster. Explore, experience, fail, learn, love, lose. Experience all these beautiful things that are going to shape you into the person that you need to be. Learn to be uncomfortable. I've been posting videos on this channel. It's been uncomfortable for me, but I want to post videos. It's something that I enjoy. It's something that I used to do. On my old channel, I used to post these vlogs talking about cars and whatnot, and that was like an escape for me. That was a way for me to feel like that's what I want to do, and I enjoyed it. And when you're like out there vlogging or making videos or you're in your creative space, take a wild guess, you're alone, right? So I want everybody to learn to live alone, to be alone, to overcome great things. And I know everybody here has the potential to do that. If we're going to really hold on to the stuff that we believe in, and if we want to be sincere with ourselves, and if that means going on our own way in life and experiencing that for ourselves, then so be it. I'm rooting for all of you guys. I know you guys can accomplish great things. And you know what's the beautiful part about being alone? Is that you go off the radar. No one's going to really care. All those people that are, talking behind your back and they're making jokes about you and whatnot, disappear for a little bit. See what happens. A lot of them are not going to hit you up. I've experienced that for myself. Do your own thing. And let the success speak for itself. Let the experiences in your life that you go through and the things you learn and the things you overcome, let those shape you into that amazing person. I always look back at this guy that, man, it takes me back. It takes me back to, the reason I started working out, and that was Ziz. Ziz, he didn't care what people thought. He did his own thing. He shook up the world. He was just that nerdy kid that would play World of Warcraft. He turned his life around. He went and became something different. He made this movement, the aesthetics movement, right? How are we going to attain those levels of greatness if we don't go out there and find our own calling and go against what we're supposed to do instead of what we want to do? I want people to share in the comments. I want this to be one of those videos that we all look back at and we're like, man, we felt kind of lost in the moment. We were like trying to do different things. Maybe we were trying to, approach someone that we're interested in, or we were unsure about starting college, or we moved to a whole different country and didn't know what the heck was going on. I want us to be able to come back to a video like this, and the thing that I like is this video is going to be like a placeholder for myself. I know that there's going to be times where I'll feel this more so than not. I'm blessed to have met great people in my life, and I know I'll be able to look back and say, it worked out in the end. And I know it'll work out for all of us. I want to thank you all for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick commentary and some of the other commentaries I've been putting out. I've just been experimenting, been putting myself through tough days just editing and putting stuff together. It takes a lot of effort. So for anybody that watches it and enjoys it, I really do appreciate it. I'll see you guys, next week, back to the regular scheduled programming. We've been having some fun with Battlefield. This game is kind of lonely too if you think about it. The servers are pretty dead, but I've been having a blast. I've been reliving childhood memories playing this game and hope to see you guys in the next video. My name is Sam Sagar. Take care until then.